When repairing your HVAC system makes the problem worse. Have you ever noticed sometimes fixing something actually creates a bigger problem? I see it in HVAC all the time. A homeowner calls because the furnace is acting up. Maybe it's 18, 20, 22 years old. It's still running, it's just not running well. So the goal becomes simple. Can we just fix it? And I get that question, and it's a fair question. Nobody wants to wake up, or I shouldn't say nobody wants to. Nobody wakes up hoping that they can replace a furnace today. But here's where it gets tricky. Sometimes the repair works, and sometimes it wakes up an old system. And here's what I mean. When a furnace has been running for years, everything inside it has aged together. The blower motor is tired, the heat exchanger is expanded and contracted 1,000 times, the control board is original, the gas valve is original. So when one part fails, we replace that one part. Now you've got one brand new high-performing component bolted to a system that's been slowly wearing out for 2 decades. And that new part can stress the old parts. Higher airflow, stronger ignition, more consistent voltage. Sometimes it exposes weaknesses that were already there. Not because the repair was wrong, but because the system was fragile. Fragile? Fragile. I'm never sure which way. Anyway, I've seen it happen like this. We replace a blower motor. Now the airflow improves. But the heat exchanger that's been weak suddenly shows cracks. Or we replace a control board. Now that system cycles properly. And that cycling exposes the gas valve that was barely hanging on. And the homeowner feels like the repair caused the problem. And I've heard that before too. But really, the repair revealed the problem. There's a big difference. This is where frustration sets in. Because now you've spent money. And the system still isn't stable. Or worse, something else fails 2 months later. And that's when regret starts to show up. Not because you tried to repair it, but because no one talked to you about the risk before the repair. Here's the part that matters. Repairing older equipment isn't wrong. Blind repairing is. If the system is 8 years old, repair it. If it's 12 years old and in good shape, well, probably repair it. If it's 20 plus years old and already showing signs of wear, now you're not fixing a part, you're deciding how much you're trying to squeeze out of something that's near the end of its design window. That's the difference. That's a different decision. And it should feel different. Sometimes a repair buys you time. Sometimes it starts a domino effect. The key isn't fear, it's awareness. You just need to know what stage the system is in before you start investing into it. Because the goal isn't to avoid repairs, the goal is to avoid compounding regret. There's nothing worse than paying for a repair and then feeling forced into replacement shortly after. That's when it feels like money is wasted. So there's a better way to think about it. Ask one simple question. Is the repair extending stable life? Or is it propping up a system that's already structurally tired? If it's extending stable life, great. If it's propping up something, slow down and think. Pressure creates bad decisions. Clarity prevents them. That's what this is really about. Stay comfortable, but please, stay tuned.